வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. Okay, now the topic is 3 in 1, body and mind and soul. Dear listener, it's a great pleasure for me to give speech 3 in 1, part 1, on behalf of Sky Yoga Center, Dubai. I welcome all of you. Now, when you look at the title 3 in 1, you may be thinking that I want to come for promoting either tea or agarbatti. It's not that. I want to promote ourselves in this, how we can go further and with more detail about the body and mind and soul. Okay. When you look at the human body, it's a combination of all the three. I mean, you cannot leave one, any one of this. When all these three together, if it is work, then only we can say it's like a human body. So it's basically a combination of all three things. The more we understand very well, we can lead a better life. That is what the most important, why we need to understand the human body. Like, so that we can maintain our awareness in our thought and order and deed. To enjoy good health, so what we will do, what we will gain at the end, we will enjoy good health, that is number one, and long life, and the prosperity, wisdom, and peace. So what they are saying is, even for the wisdom, you have to have a good health. That is more important. Okay, this is what Thirumolar in Tamil, in Tirumandram, he says, உடம்பார் அழியில் உயிரார் அழிவர் திடம்பட மெய்ஞானம் சேரவும் மாட்டார் உடம்பை வளர்க்கும் உபாயம் அறிந்தே உடம்பை வளர்த்தேன் உயிர் வளர்த்தேன், which means like you cannot get unless until the mukti or the last level, unless until you don't keep your body very well. Because most of the people, they used to say that, you may be knowing that the body is a temple. So what is inside the conscious is the God. So when the temple is, if you keep in a decent way, in a clean, in a healthy, then the conscious will stay there. If any one of these things get disturbed, automatically the God disappear. That means the body become not live, it will become a dead body. Now, since we say that it is a body and mind and soul, can we see all the three? Or can we feel all the three? Here there is a question. Because body, it's a physical, it's a matter. We can see, we can touch, we can feel. It is basically, I mean, we can say it's a parupurul. Okay, it's a tangible, like you can touch and feel. By what? By the 5 sense organs. That is Jnana Indriyangal, you may be knowing that. So by 5 sense, whatever you can, I mean, understand or you can recognize, this all through the body only. Whereas the mind and soul, it's a mystical, it's a maraipurul, it cannot be used or cannot be recognized by the 5 senses. This is, we have to have a separate sense. That is what we call 6th sense. So mind and soul, it cannot be feel by the sense organs. Look at that 5 sense organs. See, these are the sense organs: sight and taste and hearing and touch and smell. All the sense organs are, I mean, utilize this biomagnetism which we have in our own body. So through that, when the magnetism passes through the sight, then you can able to get the picture. But the eye is not recognizing the picture. The tongue is not feeling the taste. The ear is not hearing the music. It's all the benefit, the experience, all are getting by the conscious through the mind. So which means all the senses, even the I mean the parts, the part which we mentioned here, all are, it is not by itself getting the information or the knowledge. This is passing through the I mean mind, then mind reaches to the conscious, then the conscious it is getting either enjoy or the pain. This is what happening. So that means since we can't see the mind and soul, can we say that it is not in our body? No, we can't. So it is by the sixth sense we can see. Like the essence which is recognized by the intangible things we call is a sixth sense. It present in every single human being, irrespective of races or religion. That we need to understand. We can't say that he doesn't have a conscious or that person doesn't have a conscious. Everybody has a conscious. Only the issue is they did not realize the consciousness. They did not realize the consciousness because they are getting busy with something else apart from the true one. Okay. Grasping the inner nature of the things intuitively. Like once you recognize, once you understand, then automatically it is you can able to see the nature things, and you can predict the things, or even you can think what is going to happen, or you will think only what is going to happen. So many things it will be come in a practical. So once they realize the sixth sense, lifestyle, your culture, your attitude, and your personality, everything goes up, and you will be a better person in the society. Here, our Kundalini Yoga helps, or it regulates the body and the mind and soul in alignment, in harmony, with so many tools which we are having: Kaya Kalpa and simplified exercise and meditation and introspection. We have all the tools which is given already by the Maharishi, Guruji. Okay. Okay. Now let's compare that. How so important that body, soul, mind. What happens when you have all the three? You are a live person. You are a normal human being. You can move around. You can do whatever you want. Even either you can achieve the down level or you can achieve the up level. All depends on your activity. But whereas once the mind is gone, the mind is not working or it's not functioning, then you become a coma stage. This is like a alpha level, like you cannot recognize anything. You'll be like that only. If the soul, the vital force, I mean the life force, if that also gone from your body, then you become a dead body. So what we mainly focusing, I mean, before coming into the system, we always feel that body is the entire thing which has everything, and that it is more than enough to manage. We say, but not like that. It is 1/3 of the whole thing. So you must understand each one has a complete importance, like 33%. Each one has the importance, but the most important is body is necessary. Without body, even these two will not work. The moment the body is weakened, the moment the body is not capable to hold the life forces, immediately life forces pass away. Once the life pass away, automatically there is no mind function, there is no nothing, and the body become dead body. Okay, so that is why all the saint, all the gurujis, those or rishis, everybody, they give a first preference or priority that body is more important. You have to take care of the body. Okay, this we may be knowing that the physical body, one layer, the other one is mind, that is a mental body, and the casual body. Now, when you see this physical body, when you see this physical body, it is, we call Annamaya Kosha or food sheath, which means I can give you best example. When you go in front of the mirror, if you see, what you can see, you cannot see the mind, you cannot see the casual soul. You can see only the physical body. Even somebody pinch you, you feel pain. If you feel, I mean, if you get a good fragrance, immediately you feel that. So this all belongs to that Annamaya Kosha, that is the food sheath. So we all people are under this level only. Very few people, they move on to the second level and then they move on to the third level. Okay. Now, yeah. Then human body, you know that it is consists of so many systems inside. There are so many functions. Okay. A nervous system and this all the system you can see that. So that means human body is not a only one single thing which is consist of so many systems inside. What is basically system? See, human body is the physical. Yeah, it's the physical substances of the human organism composed of living cells. Okay, let's see in a brief. It is basically a cell. The cells combines and make it as a tissue. Then the tissue is forming as a organ. Then the organ, like so many organ which are inter together and converting, and this is as a digestive system. And likewise, there are so many systems which we saw in the previous slide. There are around 10 to 11 systems are in the body. So which means this is the way how it works. Okay. So a cell is made up of molecules. Molecules is nothing but elements, which I will explain further. A molecule is a made up of atom. See, I mean, in spiritual world, they go little down below, whereas in scientific, we go up to the cell only. But whereas the cell can be further divided into molecules, and molecules can be divided into again atoms. This is what our Swamiji says, atom win. Look, in our prayer, we used to always sing the song like Avanin Iyakam, Anuvarchal, Anuvin Kutu Pakuvam Ni, Avanildan Ni Unnilavan, Avanyar Niyar Pirivedi, which means the whole body is made up of atom. And the combination of the atom is the only one you. Where this atom has come from the conscious. So which means you are inside with them. I mean, inside with the divine, divine only. So there is no separation. There is no need that you have to pray or you have to go outside to see the God. The God is within you. Okay. Let me just give you as here the millions of molecules or the elements. In Tamil we call Tanimangal or Peranakal. So our body is made up of this. The elements are differ by the density or the count, not by the shape, which you know that. What is elements? Elements mean like hydrogen, one atom, and uranium. Okay, that's another element. What is the difference between the hydrogen element? The difference is the density, the number of protons inside. You know, the speed. So the same atom only goes into different speed level. When it is a high speed, we can call it as an electron. When it is lesser than that speed, it's a proton. And the same thing is become again neutron. The end dead atom is called a black hole. So this is what Swamiji has explained very well in the Irainilaitavam, that Paramanu, first it forms a Paramanu, that is formative dust particle, or you can call it as a God particle, that, or in another way, ether. Then that forms Anu, which is atom, infinitesimal energy particle. Then that forms Peranakal, that is the elements, which is Panjabhudam. Okay. Now, according to Tirumular, he says, what is the size of one atom. He says in his one of the poem, ஒரு பசுவின் முடியை எடுத்து அதை 100ஆக கூறிட்டு பின்பு அதில் ஒன்றை எடுத்து 1000ஆக பிரித்து பின் அதில் ஒன்றை 4000ஆக பிரித்தால் அது ஒன்றே atom, the size of the atom. Okay, look at that the right hand side, which I have given here clear information. Let's take the hair of the tail, like tail hair, for the cow. So whatever the diameter of the hair, you cut it with the same height. Okay, let's say this become like 100 micron. The cow tail hair is 100 micron. So what he says first, 100 micron is nothing but 0.1 millimeter, which is 0.1 mm. First he says divide by 100. So when you divide by 100, 0.1, you will get 0.001 mm. Then what he says, out of that, whatever the result comes out of that, you take that one and divide by 1000, which means 0.001 divided by 1000. What will happen? 0.5 times zeros, 1. Further again, he says that you have to divide by 4000. So when you divide by 4000, the end you will get like this much, like 0.9025. So you can easily guess what is our cell. So this is the cell when we started our journey from the birth. When we are in the mother, we started with the one cell only. So the size of our cell, now we become 70 kilo, 80 kilo, but it started from where? This one. Okay. Okay, so that means there are 92 atoms naturally in the earth, that you can see in the periodic table, which we must have studied in the school's subject. Atom is characterized by the number of protons in its nucleus. Okay, man is like one of the infinitesimal bodies that form the basis of the all chemical substance. He is nothing more nor less than a human molecules or atom. So this is what we can understand what is our body. You see this picture, there's a person who is weighing 70 kilo, he is carrying all these elements, which is around 58 elements. Most of the elements are taken from the earth only. If you read one by one, all the elements, this all are under the earth. So earth is consist of the chemicals and the metals. So this all are from the earth only. So that means all elements are found from the soil except the oxygen and hydrogen. That is why when the body, when we die, they are under the earth. So it's remarkable that mixed with the soil again. So we are getting back again where we come from. Okay. So that is why the body is made up of 5 elements, Panchabhutas. So now we have a question. Everybody says that it is made up of Panchabhuta, but every time that the earth is getting more and more population, how that the earth is, is it the earth is getting weighted too much every time, or what? Does the earth get heavier when a baby is born? We may have a question when we don't come into the system before. For this, I can give you example. Look at that the planet system, where the earth, which is made up of soil and chemicals, metals, you know that the circumference is 25,000 miles. It rotates at the speed 1000 miles per hour, traveling distance from around 16 lakh miles per day in its orbit around the sun. Can you tell me, is there any changes so far from that day to till today? It goes in the path with the same speed, With the same rotation, there is no change in the alignment. Okay, again, let me a little bit proof in a easy way. Assume that there are two porters are carrying two different suitcases. Let's say this guy, the other one is carrying only 15 kilo. Now, can you guess which guy will go a little faster? We can say easily this guy go faster, which means when the weight increases, the speed decrease. That's vice versa. Now look at the question here. So that means the earth is getting weighted? No. So all the things are taken from the earth and it is molded as a body. Again, it is buried in the earth only. So there is nothing like coming from outside. So this is what we can say the body is made up of 5 elements. Okay. Now, why do we need to understand the physical body? Now we are going to focus maximum the physical body only. So we need to understand that blood circulation, air circulation, heat circulation. This they mentioned. Thiruvalluvar has mentioned already. Mihinum Kurainum Noi Seyum Nulor Valimudala Enniya Mundru. The three things like blood and air and heat. That is the Pittam Kavam Silothumam, they say. So if these three are in a proper harmony, in a proper way, it flows, then there is no problem and you feel, always feel happy and there is no difference. When there is a disturbance in the blood or the air or the heat, then the pain starts. Once the pain, if you ignore, then it is considered as, or it multiplies as a disease. When the disease, again you ignore or you put just sort of medicines and ignore, then it leads to death. So to avoid these three things, we need to clearly understand our physical body. That is why we are here to discuss now. Okay, this is caused by imbalance of elements, which as I mentioned you, though I mentioned here only three, then why I removed that ether part and the earth part? Because we don't have control of earth and ether. We have control only the three things like heat, air, blood. I will tell you how to increase or decrease the air or heat or blood. I can explain you in further slides. Now, that our little bit knows about the function of each function. Few points only. Maybe I don't know whether you may be knowing already this one, or if it is new to you, fine, good. Let's look at this kidney key fact. The kidney there are two in the backside, and it is a best filter in our human body. It is one of the best filter, very expensive filter, because there is a study says the sea water and your blood has the same level of salt. Then you think about how it is functioning to filter that salt. And there are within one kidney, there are 1 lakh filters are inside, which does the job. And this is the main person to control your pH level and blood pressure. And this is the one which works for excretory system and removes all the waste from your body. One of the tip is one kidney is enough for the human life, but there is a stepney here. So one, if it get damaged, the other will start automatically works. Such a fantastic things which is fascinating in our whole body. We have to understand. Okay. Next, the hand key facts. Look at that hand. It is not a one simple bone. It is a multiple bones are there, and there is a big network inside. And with this only we are doing what? We are drawing nicely. The same hand we are making a karate, like breaking the bricks, and we are doing a piano, music, playing. See, the best creation in the world, you can say. All the operations, it can be done through this one only. And one more note, the little finger and thumb finger, only human being can touch this together in the universe, in the universe. This is our new things which I when I was researching I found out. So little finger and thumb finger, no other animal can touch together other than human being. And also we know that the hand palm, like the fingers, each finger is represented one element. With the mudra itself, we can regulate all the 5 elements, which we will see in due course. And funniest part also, when wife throws the burikatai, the husband catches the same burikatai with the hand only. See, such a wonderful hand you have. Next, like heart. Your heart is about the size of your fist. Fist in the sense, like if you hold your fingers all together tight, how much size is coming? That is what your heart size. It beats about 70 times in a minute, and it beats 1 lakh per day, and it travels around 96,000 kilometer long. Your bloods are traveling through this. And this is one of the main engine for your body, main engine, and we call it as karma yogi, which means it doesn't care about what is come, what is go out. It does the job till the end. And heart beating even remove from the body. That is why if you see WhatsApp smiley, you will see the smiley will be like this. That is the only one organ if you take out from your body and start beating, why did human evolve to be so fascinated? Just few points. I'll just go through. I think you may be, interesting to see this one. We keep our eyes closed for a half of the night and half the day. Like we may be just, blinking our eyebrow, no? So when you calculate that time, that means out of 24 hours, 12 hours, we are closing our eyes closed. The strongest enamel is in the teeth. And feet, we are standing with the 80 kilo or 70 to 80 kilo, your body, the whole body is within 3 square feet, we are holding, balancing. So with the feet itself, we are balancing this much kilo. Lungs is equal to tennis court. You know that. Like if you take a tennis court, that much size, your lungs can be spreaded and properly. That much length is there. That much area it will cover. When you know that the baby, when it borns, first time they always ask that whether it's crying or not. Like that. The first time when it start crying, then that is the only time when the lungs started expanding for the baby. It's similar like and moreover, the lungs is removing almost 70% of toxins from the surroundings. It looks like a tree. How the trees is absorbing all the toxic things and give the oxygen same way. When you sneeze, all the body functions stop, even your heart. This most of them knows. That is why in Arabic also they say Arhamkumullah, which means bless you. Or in our side we say when the baby is sneezing, we say 100, 200, which means what? We multiples the age. 100 years it has to live. 200 years it has to live. Such a good things which we may be knowing this. Your brain is full of 80% of water. Your human has 60,000 miles of blood vessels in their body. 300 crore cells are every time renovating in the per minute in the whole body. More than half of the bones in your body are found in the hands and feet. Everyone is color blind at the birth. So in the beginning, nobody, all the baby is color blindness. 1.7 liters of saliva is produced each day. I will tell you about the saliva. It's very important. About 8 million blood cells die in the human body every second. At the same number of are born each second. The digestive tract, like a long tube, 9 meter in total from the mouth to anus. This is like a long tube, some 9 meters in total, through the middle of the body, which is in the middle of the body. It transforms the food into 7 components. Swamiji used to say this one always, like we should invite all the scientists and spiritual people and ask everyone to sit and give them respect and put them garland and ask them, can you take this food into either one of this, either blood or cholesterol or muscle or any one of them you can do? You can't. They will say no. So this, most of the speech here, mentioned this point, which means we have option to put the food in our mouth. That's all. Even after 5 minutes, you cannot able to take out other than vomit. So this much only we have a capacity, but everything is taken care by inside our consciousness. And WBC 13 days every time it get renewed, 120 days that RBC is getting renewed. That is why we take HbA1c. Those who are diabetes may be knowing that every 3 months they take average sugar, because 120 days all the complete RBC is getting replaced by the new one. Okay, consciousness is with. This all is happening because of a consciousness within us. So let me ask you one scenario. A mother delivered 5 babies, okay, and now she got a problem like arterial septal defect. It's a hole in the, in the heart. There is a hole in the heart wall. Now our question is, she is going and contacting the doctor, and they wanted to fix it. Now our question is here, since she herself delivered 5 babies, every babies have a fresh heart, and who make those fresh heart? It's her own conscious, that mother conscious. Yes, if the mother conscious can make 5 new heart for those babies, why can't her own conscious repair her own heart? You got my point? Like her own conscious, why can't repair the heart? That means the disease is basically can be cured ourselves. This is most important. Every disease can be cured by ourselves, but we don't know the way, or we are forgetting all the suchamam. But only in the accident, yes, we need the doctor and medication. Now, reason for disease. Now, mostly the disease start when above 40. So what is the reason? The first and foremost thing, the blood quantity or the count should be normal, but it is not normal. Either it is a deficiency or over, and it is not stable also. The quality is not stable. Like for example, in a blood, if there should be a ingredients, 50 ingredients supposed to be there, means 50 ingredients supposed to be there. If it is one is missing, then again it will create a disease. And even out of 50, 2 ingredients is not quality. Like if suppose, let us take example about your kitchen. You want to prepare a pongal, but you don't have a paper. How the pongal looks, how the pongal will be tasted, it won't be good. So you cannot call it as a pongal. The same way, you have a paper, but the paper is not that healthy or not good one, maybe infected one. So infected one, if you put, what will happen? It will be also same, which means the number one, the total quantity, like 6 liter for each person, that number, the total supposed to be maintained well, and the quality of the blood, which is the whatever ingredient supposed to be there, it's supposed to be stagnant, like permanent, shouldn't be increased or shouldn't be decreased. And the quality also is more important. Out of this, for all the out of this, mind is to be harmonious. Okay, this is what I say, 5 elements which are balancing the whole body. And if you look at the small picture, where you can see the 70% of your body is made up of water. Okay, we can consider, or we can How we can remember this one? If you look at the earth, in Swamiji say Panchabuddha Navagraha Davam, he says 72% of water is there, 28% of the earth is there. So the same, approximately the same combination. So 70% is made up full of water, and 12% is earth, and then air, and 4% is fire, and ether 6%. Okay, so that is why we have to, come back and see how we have to maintain the repair the mechanism to come out from the disease. Like earth is mainly for the food. So the food, if you control, the earth element will be okay. The same way, water element, if you know how to control or how to use this, you will be, you will, once again, you will be able to do that. Okay, let's stop up to this one, and let us continue in the next session.